Hi, I'm John, and I'm a spiritual director, writer, professor, and whatever it is that you need after the conventional understanding of a pastor falls apart or isn't what you need anymore. I've got a background of about 20 years of church and camp and even prison ministry. I've taught theology in places that you would not expect and already had quite a life. But when I was doing church work, I would come across these new insights, and you can see some of the influences behind me. Just brand new books, just finding out some really marvelous things. And somewhere along the way, I got the idea that it was better to include these new insights rather than push them off. And what ended up happening was that made me an oddity, I think, to church work because I could affirm and critique both conservative and liberal sides. And actually, I think religion is potentially really great because it's just the container that either brings spirituality to us or us to spirituality. And so the whole thing's not really about the rituals, it's not really about the religion, it's about the contents inside of that container. And I think that's actually what Jesus was all about. And so I bring a lot of that work into being a spiritual director. The past couple of years, though, I've been making videos and podcasts, and I've written 5 books, and I'm about to start doing cohorts. And I meet with people in spiritual direction over Zoom calls. My second master's degree kind of focused on that. And it focused on, it was a master's of theology, but it focused on developmental theories and Christian mystics and spiritual direction. And I think this is my work in the world. I do a lot of other part-time jobs, but I think this is the most fulfilling thing that I do. And if I could, what I enjoy about doing all of this is I do it in an unpolished way. I never really liked it when people were too polished, too beautiful, the camera setup was too nice. I didn't feel like it was like, oh, this feels like a production. And I like doing my work in the world in a way that it feels like a humble production with mistakes. So I made a website about all of this. Let me show you. All right. So here is my website. And up here you can see, you scroll across, you can find a lot of the things I do. Spiritual direction, I do pulpit supply. I've done day retreats for churches and for workplaces. I've gone on weekend retreats or even week-long retreats as the speaker. Here's the list of my 5 books with number 6 is coming soon. My upcoming cohorts, and actually I already pulled aside the tab for whiteboard talks right here. These are all talks that I have done on my iPad or actually on a whiteboard that were just drawings and trying to find ways to put words to things that I think all of us are experiencing, you know? And one of my favorite things is I created this 28 video series on Apokatastasios Pantone, the idea that the Christian gospel is actually about the restoration, reconciliation, and renewal of everyone and everything from every when. And it actually makes a lot more sense than you think. So check that out. And if you scroll down, I do a weekly newsletter. So be sure to sign up for that because it just has 5 quotes from church history and modern world that I think are helpful. You can sign up for spiritual direction right here. And then if you scroll down, you'll see graphics and connections or links that I've made to all of these other things that I've done. So I hope you check it out. And of course, down here towards the bottom are what other people have said about working with me. And one more pitch just to have you try to sign up for this free newsletter, which I'll be honest, it comes with a bunch of free downloadable PDFs and I think 2 online courses now. So check that out. And this is my work in the world. I don't think it's I sometimes think people don't know what to do with it because I don't work in the church, but I feel like I work for the church globally. And it's been beautiful because through the gift of the internet, I've met with people like yourself, but I've met with people from, my goodness, like California, Wisconsin, Idaho, Florida, Virginia, Dominican Republic, Spain. And I get emails from people in New Zealand and Britain and people in Haiti, and just like absolutely incredible what the internet lets us do. So if any of this sounds good to you, I hope you reach out. Okay. I like doing this kind of work, and I may never be able to do it full time, but it doesn't matter because I think this is what I'm here to do, to be something of a pastor, and yeah, just to help people like you continue growing in health and holiness, and to figure out what the faith journey means for you. And the gift is that I get to come alongside and offer some of this wisdom with a wide open hand, disinterested. Just wanted to be with you along the way. So sign up for the newsletter, send me an email, do whatever you want, but I hope we can chat. Have a good one.